Hi there. So today is Wednesday, the 28th of January 2015. It's been quite a while since the last time I made a video, but that doesn't mean that I didn't keep in touch with what was happening with Liverpool. And obviously, as you can see, I'm quite dejected, even if it's already 24 hours after last night's game. Second leg semi-final in the Mickey Mouse Cup. Yeah, right, let's call it the Mickey Mouse Cup now that we are out, right? But anyway, it was very, very, very painful last night, even if it's only the Capital One Cup. It's not the end of the world. Got to still take things into perspective, no matter how painful it was last night. But the manner of the defeat last night, especially considering the two legs as a whole, the first leg being at Anfield, as you all know, last week, and the game yesterday, it's very, very hard to take, you know. Liverpool were one game away from a trip to Wembley, because this is the thing, you know, for me, even if it's only the Capital One Cup again, this club is about winning trophies. Even for me as a Liverpool supporter, you know, I want the club to win all the trophies and win as many trophies as possible. So, starting with the positives, Brendan Rodgers, as you all know, stick with his new system, 3-4-3 formation. And he brought back in the likes of Steven Gerrard, who was rested against Bolton, the 0-0 draw against Bolton during the weekend. He brought back in the likes of Lucas, Martin Skrtel, and it was the same old story again. Good clear-cut chances, good opportunities, loads of movement, creativity, and we've got to admit that and say that Liverpool, since the absolutely abysmal defeat against Crystal Palace, I think in December last year, things have turned around. And they've turned around a small corner, if we can say it like this, in the way that they play better football now, much better. There's more, like I said, more movement, more creativity, chances being created, and most importantly, the defense being much more solid, you know. And I think the second defeat in 13 or 14 games after the defeat last night says it all. And remember that it was still 0-0 after 90 minutes, so they still remained unbeaten after 90 minutes last night. And credit goes to the defense, and even Simon Mignolet, who's playing much better since the last few games. And I think it's got a lot to do with the likes of the free defenders being installed in front of him, Emre Can, Martin Skrtel, and Mamadou Sakho. Now, but the problem, the main and the biggest problem remains, and that is the inability to score, the inability to finish their chances. Coutinho, Moreno, Henderson, all the free chances. I don't know if for me it's 50-50, you know. I cannot say if it was excellent saves by Courtois, who by the way is a world-class goalkeeper, no question. from the Coutinho shot, Moreno shot. But I think Coutinho and Moreno could have done better, you know. But credit also to Courtois, who made the saves, and Henderson's miss was terrible. Was very, very hard to take, you know. He missed his header. He had an open a free header with a very good work from Raheem Sterling in extra time, as you can all remember. I would think just after Liverpool conceded the Ivanovic header last night. Henderson, I don't even know how he missed this header. It was. And once you miss these kind of chances, you just know that it won't be your day. But the problem is that it's the same old story repeating itself time and time again. It was the same thing against Bolton. It was the same thing against Manchester United a few months back now at Old Trafford, as you all know. The problem remains is that Liverpool lack a proper goal scorer. Now, Daniel Sturridge should be back against West Ham. But as you all know, I don't think he will play 90 minutes against West Ham. One thing that must be considered is that Daniel Sturridge has been out for 5 months. And people are we, myself included, you know, we are all relying our hopes on Daniel Sturridge. But can he get back to the level at which he was last season when he was playing with Luis Suarez, and he was absolutely magnificent? It will take time, I would think. And even for Saturday, which is a must-win game, an absolute must-win game, you know, a slim chance of trying to get into this top 4. I would certainly, Daniel Sturridge won't play from the start, and he won't play. I would think Brendan Rodgers will introduce Daniel Sturridge gradually back into the team, but can he make an impact in 20 minutes or 15 minutes? Because he's been out for 5 months, which is a very, very long time. And let us hope also that he doesn't break down in injury again, because he's so injury prone. We'll have to see if all his selfies on Miami Beach for his special training regime will be as good as to prevent him from breaking down again. We'll have to see about this, but only a matter of days left now in the transfer window. I just cannot see Liverpool, despite them needing the obvious striker and also a goalkeeper. But to be fair to Simon Mignolet, I think for the last few games he's done much better, especially last night. I thought Mignolet had a terrific game. Simon Mignolet, he made some fantastic saves, and he commanded his box well. He couldn't do anything with the goal that we equalized deep into in extra time, the Ivanovic header, but he made some very impressive saves, and let us hope that continues, because it would seem also that Liverpool won't be going for another goalkeeper. But the main problem is a striker. But as much as Liverpool need a striker, you can understand why they first, for me, it's the availability, whether we can afford them, what's available, and also we cannot get rid of the likes of Ricky Lambert or even Balotelli or Borini now. We cannot sell what we have bought. But on a side note also, I've got to say, after now, I didn't make a video for quite a few weeks, like I told you. I'm very, very impressed by Emre Can. Yeah, he looks to be a very, very good signing. Very calm and composed in possession, strong, aggressive, good eye for a pass, good passer. So very, very, extremely happy about Emre Can, who's been a good buy. Lallana hasn't been absolutely terrific, but reasonably well, I think, in terms of a signing, although it's still overpriced in my opinion, Adam Lallana, but he's a good signing, Lallana also. So Lallana, Emre Can, Markovic also is getting much better, still not at the level required, but he's on an upward curve. He plays the forward passes. It would seem that it was a lack of confidence, a lack of strength, but he's getting stronger and he's making more forward runs, forward passes, and he's trying the stuff that we expect from him as the tricky winger that we've been told that he would be. Still overpriced also, Markovic, at the time of speaking, but you can see that, like I'm saying, he's getting better, Markovic, Lallana, Emre Can. But Moreno also had a very good game last night, where he beat Ivanovic quite a couple of times in the game. Moreno also is a good signing. All in all, I think the two main, the biggest question marks is obviously Balotelli, Ricky Lambert, and Dejan Lovren, who's been the most disastrous signing of all, Dejan Lovren. And I think it said it all last night when Sakho, was injured. It was an enforced change, and Glenn Johnson came instead of Dejan Lovren. So what's the future for Dejan Lovren, you would have to think. But he's been a disaster. He's been given more than his fair share of chances, and he's been an absolutely disastrous signing, Dejan Lovren. As for Ricky Lambert, you can't criticize too much a signing like Ricky Lambert because it costs only £4 million. And Ricky Lambert was brought as a backup also, backup striker. But anyway, this was my opinion on the signings so far. Many of them coming good at long last. The likes of Emre Can, like I'm telling you, but Dejan Lovren, Balotelli and Ricky Lambert. And the Balotelli signing is one of the biggest mysteries linked to this infamous transfer committee of Liverpool. Was it a Brendan Rodgers signing? Who seemed not, because he absolutely doesn't fit the way Liverpool plays. And then the thing is, Balotelli was never a player who would press the opposition, who would press. Pressing doesn't form part of his DNA, Balotelli, and he was always a player like that. So why the hell go and buy a player like him for a start? So it would seem that Balotelli was a panic buy, a bit an Andy Carroll style panic buy, not obviously, fortunately also not as much as bad financially as the Andy Carroll signing, because Andy Carroll cost £35 million. And this is proving to be the undoing of the team right now. The inability to score. It is getting better. Credit to Brendan Rodgers for having finally the guts to drop Dejan Lovren and Glenn Johnson also. I hope that Mamadou Sakho won't be out for too long. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about the game last night, guys. The problem with these kind of games, it's all a very good thing to say you are proud, and we should be, because they gave their all. At the end of the day, they gave their all, but the end product isn't there, So it's all very good saying that they gave their all. We are proud of them. They deserve so much better, but they aren't winning the games. They aren't winning the games, you know. But the season isn't finished, you know. There's still a lot to play for. You're still in the FA Cup. You're still in the Europa League. Not that I'm much interested in the Europa League, but the Europa League gets important in the sense that you all know now it's a ticket towards Champions League qualification if we can win the trophy, which is no easy task. So there's still the Europa League, the FA Cup, and we still have a chance of getting into the top 4, although it will be very, very difficult. But we'll have to see anyway, guys. Like I told you, drop a comment, please like, please subscribe. For those who haven't, all eyes now on the game on Saturday against West Ham. Will be a very difficult game because so far West Ham have had a good season, to be fair to them. Let us hope Andy Carroll and Downing do not play well on Saturday. But very, very hurtful last night, the elimination, although it's only the Capital One Cup. But then if I had to choose which cups, we got to take it like this now. Anyway, I'll leave you there, and I'll catch up with you soon. Maybe after the game on Saturday. And as ever, you'll never walk alone, and leave your comments. Alright?